In your description of global agenda, some of those concepts, I think some Canadians, many would consider those to be adversarial or not within even Canada's national interest. Is that a fair observation?
Yes, that's correct. I would say there are first of all actions that China takes that are directly antithetical to Canadian interests, and many of those have been cataloged in the media and in government reports over the last several years. One needs to step back and ask, why is the party state doing these things, right? Why the transnational repression? Why foreign interference? Why efforts to alter the effects of elections, even if they weren't ultimately successful? Why the extensive espionage? Why the repeated coercion, both through economic means, through hostage taking, other things? It's because the Chinese Communist Party is trying to condition Canada's behavior to defer to Beijing's preferences and to establish a new hierarchy of power in which Canada is not simply, a helper of the United States, but rather because China views the United States in fundamentally adversarial terms. It wants to break up Western alliances. It wants to drive wedges between Western countries and ultimately deal with us individually through a dynamic in which it is by far the larger and more powerful party. And it ultimately wants to subvert and influence Canadian politics and society so that Canada doesn't do anything that is displeasing to the Chinese Communist Party. More broadly, it wants to knock America off its position as the most powerful country in the world and supplant it as the central state in world affairs. Not necessarily to take on all the burdens of hegemony and all the responsibilities, but certainly a significant amount of the power. It does not want to be able to be constrained by the United States or by any other coalition of countries. And it wants to weaken the West.